Let me tell you what Orishas are, right? The Lord ain't dealing with none of that.
Right.
The Lord called me out of that. I'll give all praises to the Most High about that. But let me tell you something. That whole religion about Orisha and Ifa, it's all based on fear.
Right.
All right.
Like all the other religions, like Catholicism.
Of course, because
that's
that's not in the Bible, sis.
Right.
Just like that.
Of course not.
No,
You know that
of course.
the Bible was written by man.
No, it was. It was. It was. But let me tell you something. They were written by holy men.
Before, I'm sorry. I meant to
Okay.
say before.
Well,
I meant to say before.
Before, absolutely.
But
Where's that at?
After Jesus died, the New Testament was written. None of those stories,
So hold on. Well, let me show you something, right?
The people that wrote the Bible didn't know Jesus.
Who didn't know Jesus?
Who didn't know Jesus?
The people that wrote the Bible did not know Jesus.
Are you sure? Who didn't know Jesus? Who didn't know Jesus?
People that wrote the Bible.
People that wrote the Bible? Let me write that.
Wait a minute. What books are in the Bible? Peter, right?
Peter, right?
Peter knew Jesus?
What about James?
Exactly. What about James?
Oh, those people knew Jesus.
Okay.
Those are books of the New Testament, right?
Those are all, yeah.
And then who else?
That's not the Peters and the Pauls and the Luke. I'm talking about Luke and John. They did not know Jesus.
Okay.
John knew Jesus. What are you talking
John
about?
knew.
He baptized Jesus.
No, she's talking about John.
John the Revelator?
I'm not talking about his cousin.
John the Revelator? John the Revelator or
I'm
who?
talking about
the book of John.
The Bible.
What are you talking about? Luke?
Jesus.
Mark?
Mark, Luke, John.
They lived in this time period.
No, they didn't.
When they lived?
They lived after him.
When?
They lived for years after him.
Could you prove that?
Probably
Could you prove
give me your
that?
phone number.
No, let
My
me.
husband can prove
Okay,
that.
no sweat. But
You know
look,
what? I'm not gonna. No,
Look.
I'm serious.
look. But going back to this, you said that the Bible was written by men, right?
Yeah, but not in Jesus' time.
was
The
written?
Bible was not written in Jesus' time. It was written years after Jesus died.
Some of it was written after he died. But not 100, 200 years. That's crazy.
Right.
Doesn't make sense.
A good 80 years.
No, that's not true.
That is true.
When did he die?
When did Jesus die?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Year one. It's 2020.
Year one?
Year one.
Year one?
Jesus would be.
That's not true at all. Year one? 1 AD? 1 AD. The first year AD, that's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Prove it.
Hold on. How old was he when he died?
33.
Okay.
They said Jesus was not born on December 25th.
True.
We know that.
True.
We know that.
Yeah, but Jesus.
But we understand what December 25th goes back to. And let me tell you something. That cross around your neck goes right back to the same system that December 25th is based on.
Right.
Nimrod.
Tammuz.
Yes, and Tammuz. Yes.
This is way
Yes.
older. This is way older.
Yes.
Christ died on that? Did Christ die on that?
Did he die on that?
Christ died on a tree.
He died on that,
Well-
that symbol? He died on that?
That's the symbol of this.
Did he die on that?
No.
That cross?
No, not on this cross.
No.
Christ
So what
died
did it
on
look
a
like?
tree.
What type of
How did
cross
it look like?
It didn't look like this.
Why are you wearing
You're
it?
right. You're
Right.
So
I'm
how,
wearing it because I believe in him.
But he didn't die on that.
he just said that it didn't look like
It's
it.
a lowercase t for Tammuz. That's what it stands for.
He died on this.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. He didn't
Let
die
me
on
show
this.
you
He
something.
died on
What are you
this.
doing
Let me show you something.
Oh, I'm not going to do it.
Look,
Oh
no,
my
no, no,
God,
no, no,
my
but
husband
look,
was here.
no sweat. But we started,
more than I
but
do.
we started. Me and you started talking about Orishas, and I'm telling you that the Lord hates that.
Right.
All right. That's what I'm saying, and
No,
that's what
was a
plagues
pagan
that.
religion.
It, of course, and the Lord hates that, and that's what's
He
plaguing.
doesn't hate that
And,
because the Lord hates nothing.
oh, give me Psalms 5 and 5. I'm gonna show you.
Bring it
Who's
out.
God's people?
I'm gonna
Who's
show you.
God's people?
The black Hispanic over here, the black Hispanic and Native American man, woman, and child.
Right.
which are the Israelites. Well, I'm going to show you something. You said something very erroneous. You said that he doesn't hate. Let's read.
God don't hate.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written.
He said, as it is written. So he's talking about something that was written before. Read.
Jacob have I loved.
Jacob have he loved. That's the progenitor of the Israelites. Read.
But Esau have I hated.
But he hates somebody called Esau.
Right.
You know who Esau is?
God doesn't hate.
Read that again.
As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
We said, we just say that. But read.
This is Sirach chapter 12 verse 6. For the Most High hated sinners.
He says what? Hold on. Sis, read. Just listen. God hates people. And I'm going to tell you something. If you don't get rid of that idol around your neck, God's going to kill you.
Right.
And if you don't leave the damn orishas alone, God is going to kill you.
Right.
Judges 10 and 4, ASAP. Because listen, all them idols, that's what's plaguing our people, man.
Right.
Okay? And listen, God damn the orishas.
Right.
Because the orishas is not going to save you, man.
Right.
Read.
This is Judges chapter 10 verse 14. Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen.
Go and cry to Tammuz.
Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation.
Go cry to your orishas. Go cry to your Santa Muerte. Go cry to that goddamn white whore that they got in the walls of the Catholic Church.
Right.
Let's see if them damn idols is going to save our people, man. See, because them goddamn idols is what houses our situation that we are today, man.
Right.
Right? That's why our babies are at the border right now dying, man.
That's right.
Okay? That's why our babies are in the hands, in the grips of the goddamn white man in CPS custody.
Right.
Man.
Right.
Because we are still in idols, man. See, that's the thing with our people. They think that they know everything, man. But they come right here in the presence of the Lord thinking that they know something. But once they hear something that cuts them, it turns the world all upside down. I need to leave.
Right.
I need to leave. Because the Christian church taught me that God doesn't hate.
Right.
The Bible said God hates.
Right.
No, Psalms 5 and 5. Because he hates the sinners. I mean, he hates the sin, not the sinners. Read.
Psalms chapter 5 verse 5. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity.
No, but God just hates the sin, not the sinners.
Thou hatest all workers of iniquity.
And that's the thing. This Orisha system and Ifa, all that is based on fear. And she's right. All religions are. But Ifa worship and Orisha is so wicked, man. Because it teaches you like this. You gotta go do some real life blood sacrifices, killing animals and drenching stones, because you think someone's gonna do an evil, what's it called, un trabajo, or basically like a what's it called, a spell on you, an evil spell. So your padrino, right, your godfather so-called, is telling you this in the ear, right? Yo, you got to go sacrifice a goat because so-and-so might have put a spiritual hit on you, right? So then you go do this sacrifice, and the Lord hates all that, man.
Right.
And that's why we got to come back to the laws of the Lord, because our people don't know that that's against God's laws, man.
Right.
Okay?
Bring it out, huh?
I want you to read. I got an article, man. And this is so sad, man. And it upsets us, man. Because our babies are dying at the border, man.
Right. Right.
And other babies, the age of that child right there, and a little bit older, talking about that they wish they died, man. Right? I just seen this article saying that children said, I wish I died, man. Right? I want you to read this, man. Read. What's going on, man? Tribe of Gad, you Native American? You Native? Are you Native American? What tribe are you? Come here, I can't hear you. What is it? Chippewa? Chippewa? Chippewa. Okay, I want to ask you something. So, your father or your mother is? Your father. Okay. So the Chippewa, where are they native to, bro?
You know what? This is something that I was discussing with him, and there was a number of different states. It was an intersection of 4 different states.
Yeah.
And my father was suppressed and not talked about in my family for a long time.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, they maybe embarrassed in the previous generation or something like that.
Yeah, that's right.
And it was something that had to be discovered by my dad, who he really did his own due diligence and figured some things out.
Right.
He's being lied to his entire life about it.
That's right.
And so we're having to rediscover that part of our history and
Okay.
It's answered a lot of questions for me,
Yeah, no sweat.
My attitude and things like why I'm the way I am right now.
Yeah. So do you understand what that happened to the Native American, man? Right?
I understand it. I mean, there's no way that I could possibly even fathom that level of suffering. But I've read about it, and I took classes on it, and I took
Absolutely.
studies.
Okay. I want to show you something, man, because this is all in the Bible, right? Especially the suffering of our people, man.
Right.
Which are the Native Americans, the black and the Hispanic, all right? So-called. We say so-called because we got a name according to the Bible. And that is the Israelites in the Bible, man.
Right.
Okay? So the white man has told us that we are 3 different lines, which are the so-called Hispanic or the so-called black man and the Native American man. But the Bible said that the children of Israel will be going through certain things that the Bible says. And it happens to be, we are the ones going through it. Because, give me Revelation 2:9 first. I want to touch on that right quick. Because we got some people already claiming that they Israel, right? Right? Read.
Revelation chapter 2 verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
And it says he knows the tribulation and poverty, right? But he says that you are rich. So this is Christ's words. He's saying that you are poor but rich, and we are going to tribulation. He's saying that we are rich because we are the promises for us of the kingdom of heaven, right? But we are poor in this world, in this kingdom, and we are going to tribulation. That's not happened to the people in Israel today. What tribulation are they going to? None. What poverty are they going through? None. Because they are owners of international banks.
Right.
Okay? But keep reading.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
He says that he knows the blasphemy of them. You know what the word blasphemy means?
Speak against God.
Well, it's a dirty, filthy lie, right? So when you blaspheme against God, you're speaking a lie against God. But right here, saying that it's a blasphemy because they're saying that they are the Jews. But read.
And are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
So this is Christ's words, saying that there's a group of people claiming to be Jews, but are not, but then are the synagogue of Satan. So that takes away of them. That takes away of them being Israelites. It takes that off the shelf. It takes that off the table. So who are the Israelites, man? Right? So give me Jeremiah 17:4. I'm gonna tell you what happened to us, man. Okay? What do you got? We can go there after. I wanna touch on what exactly what happened to us. Read.
Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
So it's saying that we're going to discontinue from our inheritance, our heritage. So that's why we don't know that we are the Israelites, man. Because this had happened because of our wickedness. This had happened because we started sinning against the Most High, man. Okay? Actually, start at 15, right? So this is when the Most High saved us out of Egypt, man, right? And He took us to a mountain, Mount Horeb, which is Sinai, and He presented us His laws, man. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all His commandments and His statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So this is, He gave these laws. He says that all these blessings were going to come upon our people if we kept His laws, but we didn't. So this is what happened, man. Right? You can go to 31.
Deuteronomy 28:31. Thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes.
Thy ox shall be slain before thy eyes. Have you seen pictures that the white man, what he did? He killed thousands of buffalo, man, as a method to starve out our brothers. He did that as a method of pretty much an act of war, man. And this is what we're talking about. This is where he had to point out the type of animal that the white man is, man. The so-called white man is.
Right.
Because he got some biblical nationality in the Bible too. Right? He goes back to a line of called Esau, man.
Right.
Edom. All right? And God hates that line. Because He did all these things to us, man. Okay? Give me Give me 32, read.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
And who did that happen to? That didn't happen to the fake Jews in Israel. That happened to all of us. All these, the real Hebrew Israelites, man.
Right.
That happened during slavery. That happened when the white man came over here and they further expansion to the West, and they grabbed Native American kids and put them in boarding schools. Cut their hairs, man. Right? All little Nazarite children, man, cut their hairs, right? And to re-educate them and to teach them how to be civilized, so-called civilized, right? And it's happening to us right now at the border. Our babies are at the border right now in cages, in captivity, man, giving it to another people, okay? And it happened to it happened to our so-called black brothers in slavery too. Right? And it's still happening today in CPS custody, man. Right? So this is what's telling us that who are the Israelites, man. All right? You got another question? You got another question? You got another question?
No, I follow you.
All right, no sweat. If you have a question, just ask, man. All right? Read. All right. Bring out the guy. Read.
Book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 19. Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at last.
Gad, which is the so-called Native American man, women, and children. He said, a troop shall overcome Gad, man. Who is that troop? Those are the European men, man. When they came over here, he said, a troop shall overcome. But coincidentally enough, with the further expansion to the West, the American cavalry, they were called troops. F Troop had a big part in the expansion into the West. C Troop also, man. Right? Read that again.
Con. Book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 19. And Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at last.
But God said that the Native American man, woman, and child will overcome at last, man.
Right.
Right? But we got to start keeping the laws of the Lord, man. Right? Properly. Not this Christian slave doctrine that the white man has given us, man.
Right.
That God loves everybody. And you see how the sisters flipped out. God doesn't hate. We read it. No, we read 2 verses and that blew our mind, man. Right?
Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 20.
So these are the blessings, right? So Genesis 49 was when Jacob was calling up his children and he was telling his children what was going to be following. This is Moses, though. Moses is telling This is the blessing that Moses was blessing the Israelites with. Read.
Deuteronomy 33 and 20.
This is a key point right here, right? Read.
And Gad, he said, blessed be he that enlargeth Gad.
He said, blessed be he that enlargeth Gad. That's the Most High, right? Read.
He dwelleth as a lion.
Dwelleth as a lion, right? How did our Native American brothers used to hunt, man? Also, let's talk about the territory, right? Read.
He dwelleth as a lion, and he teareth the
Teareth what?
he teareth the arm with the crown of the head.
Who did that? Who did that? He teareth with the arm the crown of the head, man. Scalping. So that's how we know that Gad is a Native American, man.
Right.
Right? Is that it on it? Now give me that. Read. And we know Gad is one of the warrior tribes, man. And that's why it's important to wake up our brothers of Gad, man. Right? Because it says that Gad shall overcome last, man. Once Gad starts waking up, we know it's almost here, man. Read.
Book of First Chronicles, chapter verse 5. Book of First Chronicles, chapter 5, verse 18. The sons of Reuben and the Gadites, half of the tribe of Manasseh, are the valiant men.
They were valiant men. Valiant. Read.
Men able to bear buckle and sword.
Men able to bear buckler and sword. Read.
And to shoot with the bow.
And to shoot with the bow. Read.
And are skillful in war.
And are skillful in war. Right? Is that it on it? So that's what, and that's how we know that the Native Americans are the tribe of Gad, man. Right? And that's just out the Bible. We got outside sources like buku amount, man. Right? We're talking about first-hand sources of when the settlers came, right? Fur trappers, right? And they see the customs of the Native American man, and they're like, "Yo, these are Israelites, man. These are the people of the Bible." So it's very important, man, to come back. Give me Deuteronomy 10 and 12. Give me Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Read.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
This is, he's saying, Israel, what does God require of you, man? Read.
But to fear the Lord thy God.
To fear God, man. We got to fear the Most High. Read.
To walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
And that's how we love him. And that's how we serve him, man. To keep all his laws, to walk in all his ways. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Whoever's there first. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
Saying right here, fear him and keep and walk in all his ways. Saying right here that the whole conclusion of the whole thing is to fear God, man, and keep his commandments. See, that's the whole duty of us, man. Right? And this is how we're gonna come out the situation, man. And we'll talk a little later, man, because I see that you need a little sleep. How long you been up, man?
Since the morning, 5:30.
About 5:30? I want to ask you something, man. You been using? Have you been using? You don't use? You don't have methadone on? Alright, no sweat. Due to injuries and stuff or what?
Yeah.
Alright. You know there's certain plants and certain stuff that we can start taking for that, man. Right? Because you know pharmaceuticals, I mean, yeah. Yeah. So if you got any other questions, just just ask me, man. Alright? No sweat.